Welcome to Gainesville, Florida, the swamp, where they say only Gators get out alive. And that seems to be even more true if it's under the lights. And that's where Florida is for this opener at Ben Hill Griffin Stadium as Florida will christen a new season tonight. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Gators will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Darnold. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. The give to the tailback. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great play callers in this league and all of the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QP position in recent years, you better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Running back searching for a hole. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit. When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
The Razorbacks are rolling down the field. They'll try the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
Yeah, and makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs. And this team is always built on that physicality, built on that toughness.
He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Looking for a crease to the left. Running through contact. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Offense set on first down. The give to the lone running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. It forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. The tackle. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He'll take it himself. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Hard to imagine this is only their first drive of the game, but their defense was on the field for virtually an entire quarter. So, guys, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here to convert this 3rd down so their defense can stay on the sideline and get their win back.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score for Arkansas, 7, Florida 0.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Across the 25, he's got room. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Grabbed in the middle, it's Harris. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a 1st down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door. 1st and goal.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6. Now on 2nd and goal. Fast motion from the offense. Using his feet. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
On the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
As they come to the line on 3rd down, already 2 for 2 on this drive, going for the hat trick and the score. And the defense drags him down.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Darnold. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything we dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. Makes him talk to the hand. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. The give to the left side. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo to the ground with the back. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Open space at the 25. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, it's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it, and how about that one running it too? Great push up front.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. That's caught. It's ball. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Using his legs to buy some time. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
These quarterbacks that just bounce and bounce and bounce and pull the ball down and make plays. Defensively, you just got to keep coming. You can't get tired. You can't get frustrated, really. It's the frustration that gets to you because they keep making plays and keep getting first downs. Got another opportunity coming up. 1st and goal. Try to hold them to a field goal.
Running back goes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw, it's Kendricks. Getting some heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quick completion on the out route. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Going up top on 1st down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set for the second half kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
He's got it on the right. Hard running there. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's Garrison. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Right back to the well. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Brings up third down.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Zings it complete to the right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback in the first direction.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. At the 20, he's got space. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
They're going to ride this running back. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Kendricks. Keeps looking downfield. Fires to the end zone. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Running to the left. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14.
Tackle is made at the 14-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Just feeds the running back. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line to pick up a 3.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score for Arkansas, 14, Florida 3.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. They'll run the toss. Finds a crease at the 20. All kinds of running room. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Arkansas! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Kentucky opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Gets it out quickly. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Dropping back, it's Kendricks. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but They're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He's going to pass on second down. Right on target this time. Got room at the 35. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. He'll just keep slinging it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. He saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
Wants to fire on second down. Got a man. It's Garrison. Afterburner's coming. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And the Gators with the 1st and 10. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. They go to the ground. Knocked off his feet, but not before he picks up 6 yards down to the 10. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quarterback keeps it. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory, too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Might as well go big or go home. They need a touchdown, and it looks like they're on their way home anyway. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to get to it. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Across the 25, he's got room. And he's running in the open. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Razorbacks. And the punishment has been extended. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah.
Snags it down the right side. Can anyone catch him? And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! The AT unit on the field. And the extra point cuts the lead to 28-10. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit a big pass, put a touchdown on the board. So they got the score. The lead is still 18 as they prepare to kick off. Coming out with it, it's Darnold. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down for this offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the fourth quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. The toss sweep to the right. At the 35, he's open. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now to stop this momentum.
The Razorbacks will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. Still running at the 40. Powers through. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! And the beatdown has ensued. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be, and they've looked explosive today.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Ohio is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Peden Stadium, but the Bobcats have struggled to really pull away. They are up by 7 over UNLV. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Gators sending the offense back to work. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Yeah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting. Keep throwing the football. Try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. Trying to find his man on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to pass, it's Kendricks. He's got his man. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. He wants to throw here on second down. He's got it. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. The Gators in the hurry up. He'll set up to throw. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Florida! Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.